Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're gonna have a look at the new released Ubuntu 22.04 LTS edition. This was released this week and we'll go over an installation and we'll go to walk through a new release of Ubuntu. So let's now switch to the desktop and start looking at the new Ubuntu 22.04 LTS edition. So here we are on the new desktop. Nice looking wallpaper. Abstract, but still very nice look. So let's click on install. And my default language is English, so continue. Keyboard layout is English and English US, that's correct. We're gonna do a normal installation and we're doing downloads, updates while installing Ubuntu. Continue. We're going to do erase disk and install Ubuntu. So now, continue. I'm still in the Netherlands, in the Amsterdam time zone. Put in the password twice. Require my password to log in, and if you are in a company environment, you can use the Active Directory. Then you can use Active Directory to authenticate against Active Directory with your Ubuntu installation. Click on continue. So we will now continue with copying files and then installing them. You can see there are some changes. I know there is now GNOME 42. Also, we have some changes on the desktop as well. So now every icon is set at the bottom right, is bottom of the top left. Sorry. The only application that is now installed as a snap is Firefox. This is done on request of Mozilla, so they only have to package one version for all the Ubuntu derivatives. So the snap is just used for Firefox. I don't really like snaps, I've told that before, but yeah, if this is the only application that's installed as a snap, yeah, you can live with it. You can install all the applications that you want as a WM file, so default WM file installation, or you can choose to use the snap, of course, or you can set up FlatHub, Webpacks, or app images. That is all possible. But by first choice, I would not choose snaps, but snaps is good for the server of Ubuntu, but I don't think that it belongs on the desktop side. Ubuntu was one of the first Linux operating systems that I installed, and I liked it at the time very much. It was completely different to your Windows XP, I think, that we had at that moment. Yeah, it was pretty good to see how fast it was and what you could do with it. The installation is done. Let's restart now. So here we are on a new splash screen of Ubuntu. Really liked the way this looks. The logo is okay. I'm not sure why they changed it, but yeah, that's a choice. And let's put in a password. And here we are on the online account screen. We can do that later. Improve Ubuntu, yes, fine. Location services, okay, done. Let's change the display setting to something that we can read. Put this back where it belongs. So as you can see here now, we have a nice setup of Ubuntu. It's GNOME 42. We can see that here in the settings. The About section, so we're running GNOME 42. Ubuntu 22.04 LTS edition. And the windowing system is by default now Wayland. So what we have on the bar is still on the left side, but that's a choice of Ubuntu. We have some updates, so let's install them. Should be pretty quick. Yeah, it's already done. Let's over that. What kind of applications are installed? So we can see here additional drivers, game, calendar, language support, LibreOffice is installed. Text editor, I think they still have gedit. Yeah, gedit, and it's GNOME 41, as you can see. Not fully GNOME 42, but some applications are and some applications aren't. LibreOffice Draw, Math. Let's see what version of LibreOffice is. .7.3.2.2. Nice. As you can see, it's pretty snappy. It's working like I expect. Go to the system monitor, resources. We are using a bit less than 1 gig, 934. View is almost not used. Network is almost not used. Good. If you look at the file system here, it's 9.2 gig used after installations. Good. What else do we have installed? Remina, Shotwell. Well, nothing much. Transmission is installed. It's a minimal installation, although you do have the Office applications, have all your utilities, of course, disk, password manager, archive manager, everything is already done for you. So yeah, I'm looking at the application installed. I think I really like this. If you go to the App Store, I think it's a new way it looks. Not sure if I've seen it on GNOME 42 already like this. The default one now. So you have your categories here. You can select all the kind of things. So utility. Yeah, all the utilities that you Linux. Yeah, that's nice. And you still have your installed and updates. Search. So if I would search for Kdenlive, and I would do an installation of that if I want to. It's by default a Debian installation. So normal repository installation. If I would search for GIMP, if I would do click directly on install, it would install a snap, but you can change the Debian default installation file. But to give you choice, that's good. All other things, I think it's very fast, snappy. So far, it is very good. Calendar here, your default stuff like your volume, your connections, your Wi-Fi connection, your wired connection, your balance, your power settings, your lock, power off. Let's go over to the settings. Go to network. So here you have your network connections, how to set it up, your VPN, your proxy if you have to, Bluetooth settings, background settings. So you have a nice set of backgrounds to choose from. On the appearance, you now have the option light theme or the dark theme. Click on dark theme, it's an overall dark theme. If I now open files, see it dark theme. And you have your colors. If I set it now, let's for instance, like say blue, you can see here that desktop icons also changed to blue. I really like this. We'll do it to red. Red. Very nice. Notifications, what you want to. You search, yeah, where you want to search. I wouldn't search in my calendar and the calculator, characters, password and keys, might, terminal, no. Your multitasking options, you can set a hot corner for your activities overview, but yeah, already activities already there. Screen edges, yes. Your dynamic workspaces and your multi-monitor and that kind of options. Application, I'm not going into your privacy settings. Whatever you want. Your online accounts. Your online accounts. Sharing. Your sound settings. Your power settings. Display settings we already went through. Your mouse and touchpad. Your keyboard settings. Your printers, if you have printers installed in your network. Removable media. Your color settings, to calibrate your monitor, your region and language settings, accessibility settings, your user accounts, your default applications, your date and time. If I go to settings again, also have the dock settings. Oh yeah, in appearance, you also now have your desktop icon settings and your dock settings. So you have your desktop icons that you can set to small, you can set it to tiny, set it to large, you can set it to normal. Where do you want them to appear? Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. By default it's bottom right. You can say show your personal folders or not. I would say not. But it's me. Do you want to auto hide your dock? Yes. Do you want panel mode or dock mode? I would love the dock mode, but that's a choice. Your icons, your size. How big do you want them? On which display do you want to show them? The position, bottom, right, left, bottom. And here in configure dock settings, you have show volumes and devices. So your mounted disks and that kind of stuff, I wouldn't show them, but your trash is okay. So let's try and launch Firefox. This is taking quite some time, but yeah, like I said, first startup in the snap is pretty slow. Now it started. Close it again and start Firefox for the second time. Quicker. Yeah. Try again. So this is a normal behavior, but the first time it's slow. So yeah. This is my brief overview of Ubuntu 22.04. I didn't run into any issues. My previous release go through, I did run into issues. Now this is a pretty smooth experience. GNOME 42 is very nice. Yeah, you can see here applications. Want to run something on this desktop? Yeah, you can switch to that desktop. GNOME 42 is a very nice environment, it's stable, and I must say that I am impressed by this new release of Ubuntu 20.04. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Have fun with Linux, guys. Bye for now.